Hi everyone, my name is Christy and welcome to my Trying a New Makeup Product Everyday series. Today I have the Dominique Cosmetics Blur and Moisture Serum Primer. And I'm so excited about this because it sounds absolutely perfect for the skin struggles that I've been having lately. So about a week or two now at this point, I used a retinol face mask that just gave my skin such a bad reaction. So my skin has been healing from that. It's been shedding. It's been so dry. And luckily, this serum primer sounds absolutely perfect for that because it has super hydrating ingredients in it. So many different hydrating ingredients. The Saliporine 8 is supposed to give skin a hydration level boost of 6,000%. That's wild. It also has hyaluronic acid and all these other ingredients that I don't really know what they are. But this retails for $28 and it's also supposed to be blurring, which my pores look extra big today. So I'm very interested in that blurring effect. I can already see dry patches on my skin, on my chin here. And in general, I just love trying out primers. So I got this in my May 2022 Boxycharm base box. And I have that unboxing video up here on YouTube if you haven't seen it. But so I always review my primers by applying it to one half of my face, seeing if there's a difference, and then I'll go in with my primer testing foundation, the foundation that I always use when I test primers. So we'll try this out under foundation as well. And so, nice packaging. I like when it's a squeezy tube with a pump still. And so I'm just gonna start out, just gonna put a little onto my finger here. Curious what the texture is gonna be because with serum, it could go from like super runny liquid to like a gel. So let's see what this is. Oh, yeah, this is actually like a thick gel. So I'm just gonna do that one pump. Let's see how much. Oh my gosh, it is super cooling. I also read that this is supposed to give that refreshing feeling to the skin, wake the skin up, and it definitely goes on immediately cooling, which is really nice. And I love this gel formula. It just blends out very easily. Oh, I can feel the dry texture on my skin. Maybe I should just go in with a little bit more for the forehead. Really just a tiny bit there. I just want to be able to evenly coat the entire half of my face. It's not like so cooling that it's like icy uncomfortable, but it does have that nice refreshing feel. Like if you put this on in the morning after doing your skincare routine, it really is super refreshing. Whereas I feel like at night, I don't really want my skin product to be so cooling and refreshing because I'm trying to wind down. But this is a great morning product before the makeup. And I feel like it's giving glow to the skin. That wasn't really one of the claims. I guess by being moisturizing, you could hope for that glow, but I'm loving the sheen. See the side with it versus without it. I'm hoping that comes across in the makeup and gives that really like lit from within glow because that looks beautiful. Even if you just wanted to wear this alone and give your skin that sheen. I almost feel like it could be a little bit too much to wear alone to the point where the skin almost looks greasy, but I like that for a primer because it could hopefully peek through with the perfect amount of glow. And oh yeah, it is very tacky, which is also something that I love in my primers. It does seem moisturizing. It's really gonna have to test that when I put the foundation on because that's when I'll be able to see if there's that dry texture. Like the little bit of dry patch that I could see on my chin without the foundation is gone. It looks hydrated now. And then for the blurring effect, that I'm not seeing. Where I have the large pores on my cheeks and my nose, honestly, if anything, the texture actually looks a little bit bigger because of the shine, kind of emphasizing the pores even more. So I'm a little bummed that it doesn't have that blurring effect, but overall I really like how shiny and glistening the skin looks, and it feels super comfortable, super lightweight. So I'm excited to see how this is under my foundation. So the foundation that I use to test primers is this LA Colors Truly Matte Long Wearing High Pigment Foundation. And I've tried this foundation out with what feels like dozens at least of primers. I'm just going to quickly apply it to the side of my face without the primer so that we don't mix any primer in with this and we can compare. But this foundation looks so different depending on how your skin is underneath and how the primer is affecting the skin. So it's great to see how primers work with this foundation. I'm just glad that I can actually wear foundation again. When my skin was healing from the retinol mask, I couldn't even wear foundation. Like, it would just look so dry and terrible, and I was so like embarrassed of how my skin looked. Oh, it's awful, but at least now like my skin looks normal. Like maybe still a little bit of like that regular dryness texture that I will pretty much always have unless it's with a good primer, but no other craziness to my skin anymore, so I can wear the makeup that I want to wear. But so definitely looking fully matte, a little bit of dryness, but let's see now how it is on the side of my face with the primer. It's sticking so well onto the primer. I love a tacky primer because I like to build up foundations to as much coverage as they can give, and when there's that sticky, tacky primer to grip it, that's when I can get the most coverage. You can still see a little bit of that shine. Since it's so tacky, I feel like I really have to dab the foundation on to blend it rather than like smudge it, because it just sticks on so much, which can also allow you to use less product to get that same amount of coverage if it's sticking on so well. So the first thing I notice is that the pore texture looks exactly the same with the primer versus without it. There's no smoothing or blurring effect to the primer or to the pores. Ooh, and where I was seeing those dry patches on my chin, there is no dryness. The skin looks totally smooth. So this really did create that good hydrating effect and kind of barrier to prevent that texture from peeking through. The foundation is looking very smooth. It's not settling into the fine lines the way it is without the primer, so that's another great benefit. As far as the glow and shine peeking through, it's not showing as much as I was hoping it would, and considering how shiny it looked before I applied the foundation. So the real difference with it versus without it is almost undetectable. This is still looking pretty much just as matte, maybe a little bit less, like it looks a little bit less cakey, but also a little bit more coverage over the redness that I was able to get. And the hydration is there. So I'm bummed about the blur claim, since this is called the Blur and Moisture Serum Primer. But aside from the blurring, this is a really nice primer. It moisturizes, it prevents the fine line creasing, and because it still does those benefits, I don't hate it. But for $28, I do want my primer to do everything it claims. And this has so many nourishing ingredients in it. It claims to be a serum primer that I would almost want to use this as like a serum, as a primer, but for my large pores where I want to see that blurring effect, I would probably still go in with a blurring, pore filling type of primer, since this alone doesn't give me enough of that effect. But overall, I'm so happy with how my skin and makeup looks and feels with this on, so I am excited to continue using it and help my skin heal up, get more moisturized, and never use that retinol mask again. But if you've tried this out, definitely let me know in the comments down below how it works for your skin type as well. And thank you so much for watching my video today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so you can see the makeup that I try every day. And I will see you tomorrow in my next video.